What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Cosmic Wonder, where we talk Marvel every single day, and right now, Marvel Studios is really gearing up for the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We have some updates about the script for Avengers Doomsday, plus new casting reports that I think a lot of fans are going to be very excited about. Marvel Studios is not only thinking about Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars right now, but they are also looking far into the future. But if you think about it, it's actually not that far away. There are two release dates already revealed by Marvel Studios coming right after Avengers Secret Wars, both coming in 2027, one of the release dates being only 2 months after Secret Wars releases. That would be July 23rd, 2027, and then November 5th. 2027. So they're really not too far away. The start of the X-Men saga is really kind of just right around the corner, only 2 years away at this point. So as they finish the script for Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, we're going to get a lot more information about the movies. Plus, we're going to be getting some pretty big casting news as well. And the same thing goes for the next saga of the MCU, which is why right now we are hearing a ton of casting reports. They are casting for the X-Men right now, both heroes and villains. They are also casting for other characters that are going to show up in the MCU post Avengers Secret Wars, and they are also casting for characters who will show up in the big grand finale of the multiverse saga, Avengers Secret Wars. And it looks like we have a mixture of that today, as we have a report that Robert Pattinson is wanted by Marvel Studios for a big role in the MCU. Now, it's not specified as to what role Marvel Studios could want him for, but I've seen a lot of really interesting takes online. From a new Doctor Doom in the new rebooted universe after Secret Wars to Cyclops, to another really specific and very interesting character that we'll talk about in just a bit. But the first thing that a lot of people are mentioning is, well, he's Batman right now, or he's the Batman for DC. But here's the thing, he's not going to be the new Batman going into the DCU. At least we don't believe he is going to be. Matt Reeves did confirm in an interview that he has spoken with James Gunn about that idea, just kind of like, hey, is it a possibility? And he says, well, sure, it's a possibility, but that doesn't mean that it's going to happen. And right now, the production on The Batman 2 has been delayed, and we don't really know when it's going to be coming out right now. It's been delayed twice already. It was originally supposed to come out in 2025. Now it's coming out in 2027, and more delays are actually expected from it. And if it gets delayed, then that would give Robert Pattinson some time to play a huge role in the multiverse saga, or even after the multiverse saga. And real quickly, speaking of delays, it looks like the shooting for Avengers Doomsday has been pushed back by a month. This is reportedly due to the fact that they don't have the script complete for Avengers Doomsday. And if you're not aware, it's been revealed that when the Russo brothers came in with Stephen McFeely, they completely started from scratch with the scripts for Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. The previous writer, Michael Waldron, who wrote Loki Season 1 and who wrote or helped write Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, was originally going to be doing Doomsday and Secret Wars. He had started on a script, but the Russo brothers have chosen to basically ignore that and start their own script from scratch, which makes sense because the Russo brothers have been talking about doing Avengers Secret Wars in the MCU since they did Avengers Endgame. They said it would be the one thing that would bring them back to Marvel to do Avengers Secret Wars. So they clearly have had ideas in their head about how to do this movie for a very long time. But people are saying that maybe the movie might get delayed because the script writing is being delayed right now, the shooting is being delayed. That is not the case yet, but if we do hear any updates, we'll be sure to do a video about it. So be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos. Now, going back to Robert Pattinson joining the MCU, he is a huge star right now. He's done some really big projects, and no, I'm not talking about Twilight. Of course, he's the Batman, he was in Tenet, he was in The Lighthouse, and he just did Mickey 17. And now he could possibly be making a Marvel Studios MCU debut, but as which character? Many people say that he would be the perfect Cyclops. However, if they are going for more of an X-Men First Class and we have Sadie Sink being eyed for the role of Jean Grey, then he's probably too old. He's 38 years old, so if they wanted a younger Scott Summers, he's probably not going to play Cyclops. He could possibly play a variant of Cyclops in Avengers Secret Wars, but there is one character that I do think he would be rather perfect for, or I should really say kind of two characters here. Both should be involved in Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars in a pretty big way if they go this route. And those characters are either Molecule Man or the Beyonder. I actually think he would make a very, very good Molecule Man. I actually really think he has the look to play this character, and what would be really cool is that if he was Molecule Man, he'd have many scenes with Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom. Plus, he would also interact with Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards if they are going to go the comic route. In the comics, Molecule Man is how Dr. Doom gets the powers of the Beyonders, and he's the one who tells Dr. Doom, hey, these incursions are all happening because the Beyonders want to destroy the entire multiverse. We need to go around and we need to kill each Molecule Man in every universe to save the universe. Because in the comics, Molecule Man, his variants are not different at all. They are exactly the same in every single universe because he was actually designed by the Beyonders to be bombs to set off all at the same time to destroy the multiverse. Eventually, Doom and Molecule Man attack the Beyonders, and Molecule Man gives the powers of the Beyonders to Doom. Ultimately, at the end, the Beyonder takes the powers away from Doom and gives them to Reed, Mr. Fantastic, and that is how Mr. Fantastic, with the help of some others, restores the multiverse. So I think that Robert Pattinson would make a really great Molecule Man. I think he's got the look for it, and I think he would do a fantastic job. However, there are some people stating that they would like to see him as a new Doom after Avengers Secret Wars going into the rebooted MCU. And I definitely could see this. I think he's got the acting chops for it, but go ahead and let me know what you think in the comments down below. Who would you like to see him play? We also have news that Henry Cavill is going to be joining the MCU for the Nova series. Both these reports about Robert Pattinson and Henry Cavill are coming from My Time to Shine Low. And according to the scooper, Marvel Studios wants both of these actors in the MCU, with Henry Cavill being eyed for a role in the Nova series. Now, I don't think he's going to be playing Richard Rider. I think they're going for somebody possibly younger than him. I still think Captain Britain would be the best possible choice, and perhaps there is a way that they could throw him into the Nova series in some way, shape, or form, but a lot of people are thinking that he might play Annihilus, the villain of hopefully not just the Nova series, but one of the big bads of the next saga as well. But considering how in the comics Annihilus is basically a bug, not sure how this would work for Henry Cavill. However, he is a very crazy big villain, and he is insanely strong. And he does get Thanos to work for him, and he does end up capturing Galactus himself and the Silver Surfer. And Annihilus, with his Annihilation Wave, his army, does kill just tons and tons and tons, just millions of people, millions of planets. So he's definitely a force to be reckoned with. He's a huge villain, but the only thing is, do we see Henry Cavill as a villain? And I just don't really see him as a villain in the MCU, not at least as Annihilus. I still think he should be Captain Britain. I would actually love him as Wolverine, although yes, he is too tall, but Hugh Jackman was too tall as well. He's already been in the MCU in Deadpool and Wolverine as a variant of Wolverine, so clearly he has that relationship with Disney and Marvel Studios, and I'm sure since he appeared in Deadpool and Wolverine, he's been talking with Marvel about appearing as a permanent character, or a character who is at least not a variant, because it sounds like they want him to be a part of a project in a big way. It sounds like right now Marvel Studios is kind of doing a combination of looking for some big name actors and also some lesser known actors as well, which I think is a pretty good strategy. You have veteran actors who could bring the hype to some of these movies and the expertise to some of these movies, while the younger actors can make a name for themselves. It's a good combination, plus it gives us the opportunity to see some really cool veteran actors in the MCU. And those big names could be coming: Robert Pattinson and Henry Cavill. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Who would you like to see these two characters play in the MCU if they do manage to make a debut? Tell us your thoughts in the comments. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest Marvel news, rumors, or leaks. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.